schlecht. Ich habe 35 Grad.
Sehr gut. Hätte ich wahrscheinlich nicht besser machen können. Das wird der entscheidende Vorteil. Du kannst weiter drücken. Oha, ist das laut. So.
With that, it's time to get out to Mexico City for this International Series matchup. Let's join our announcing team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The one running back is Gurley. He's going to get the football. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. Throwing his car on third down. Rivera's got it. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the second.
Todd Gurley, wave goodbye.
Boah, übel. Wie flott der ist.
Digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, and the Raiders have taken the early lead. Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT.
Oh Gott, verkackt. Dieser scheiß Lag.
An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game.
Das wird der entscheidende Punkt sein. Hä? Ach so.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Es fängt an, Rushplay zu machen. Ich habe schon vergessen, wie man spielt. Boah, was? Was für ein Catch.
That was not a completion that results in a highlight video. But at the same time, if you have those kind of completions all game long, eventually one of them might turn into a highlight.
Was ein Catch.
Very short here, less than a yard. Out of the gun, it's Osweiler. Dumps it complete to Miller. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
Wenn der Kommentator das sagt, dann muss es ja stimmen.
Because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game, and I think they have to be happy with the result.
They'll throw on first down with Osweiler. And picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Offensive starters here. Wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, a talented wide receiver.
And he's still looking for that ultimate recognition. He wants to be mentioned with the best receivers in the game. His numbers suggest that we should do so.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. To throw again is Osweiler. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give him a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant.
Ich habe jetzt einen neuen Controller. Meiner war eindeutig kaputt. Also ich hatte noch einen, aber da war der Stick kaputt. Ja, eben.
So completion on second down, that brings up third.
Aber ich merke auf jeden Fall, dass mein Stick definitiv kaputt war. Ich konnte nicht vernünftig gerade auslaufen.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure.
Der HB Wheel Klassiker.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Wie kriege ich dich da gestoppt?
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler underneath for Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and it's a second. And we take a look now at the defense.
Ich weiß nicht, was du vorhast.
Bruce Irvin is an emotional, passionate player who lives to rush the quarterback.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Again, Osweiler. The hook up on the right side. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a gain of 5.
Ach, was? Das ist doch ganz klar über die Linie gesprungen, oder nicht? Was? Das sehe ich anders.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. A loss of a yard and it brings up 4.
Ah, ob der das macht? 4 Count 1. Stimmt. Ich glaube, es ist zu weit für einen Kick, oder?
Going in the gap between the center and the guard on either side. Well, it's not always to get to the passer. Sometimes you do that to prevent a running play. Worked pretty well in that situation.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going on 4th down.
Ah, du Sau.
The catch made by Miller.
Ah, wie knapp.
Touchdown of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Osweiler's going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted.
No! Oh, warum bleibt er stehen?
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty
Wie
good
du einen
about
Ball
the game
wegbekommst.
plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Here's Walford over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
They come out here in the eye. Now on second down, this is Gurley.
Ich hab hier direkt vor meine Füße, ey.
To the 35-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Carr now on first down. To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before it's brought down. Give him 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing now is Carr.
Boah, war das knapp.
A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9.
The screen was executed.
Das war arschknapp.
Where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get
ready to go now in.
Bin ich jetzt ausgelaufen? Aber so vor.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. To throw his Carr. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. And here he'll be
Kann wieder einer durchgeschossen.
Every quarterback likes having a reliable target at tight end, and I think young quarterbacks especially, because they want to get the ball in their hands quickly. I think these two, Derek Carr and Clive Walford, that's a pretty good connection for years to come for Oakland.
Yeah, he's starting
halt auch ein
to
Duel.
end of his rookie year. Now the Raiders really hoping for that second-year jump out of Walford.
Ja.
The one running back is Gurley.
Oh Gott. Boah! Alter, der wird ja komplett zerstört. Ah, fuck.
Take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way, because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They're going to run this with a tight end.
Nah.
He'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now Osweiler on 2nd down. Right side, caught Fedorowicz. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Will the defense dial up the pressure? Let's see. 3rd and 11. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 3rd down, Osweiler finding time. Looking for Strong, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back to the 30. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And they got across the 50 last time, but fumbled and turned it over, so they'll be looking to have a short-term memory here, Mr. Davis.
Not only short-term memory,
Also stand das schon vorher.
a lot better ball security. Because if they take care of the ball, continue to move it, good chances of scoring some points they got to feel pretty good about. They thought they had things moving in the right direction last time. Fumbles, they don't just affect you on offense, they affect your overall team because now your defense has to make that stand up.
Naja, abwarten.
Now after the INT, it's Carr.
Boah,
Nearly picked off.
das war scheiße.
Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
Den Pass hätte er besser spielen können.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Carr. Caught left side to Crabtree. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Okay.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Caught.
Oh, jetzt der Sicht. Hast du den gesteuert? Den, der den Tackle gemacht hat. Okay, ist so komisch bewegt. Nehmen wir mal den Spielzug. Habe ich noch nie gespielt. Es kann in die Hose gehen. Oha. Okay.
Well, as a former DB, I never want to do anything to take away credit from a good play, and we just saw one there, able to force an incompletion by knocking the pass away. But if you're a DB in Houston, you love what you're getting up front because it makes you that much better. The defensive pressure that they get on quarterbacks, where they're often running for their life,
Kannst du noch Kreis drücken, solange ich nichts ausgewählt habe.
or their sight lines aren't very good, that helps you become a better cover guy. And I think the Houston Texans defensive backs take advantage of that.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's got the 1st down as he gets into the game. 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Was ist das denn für eine Verteidigerposition?
Working from the gun, it's Carr. This will be caught at about the 5. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. And now the ball's
Ach komm.
Carr lost it. Fumble.
Ach, schon wieder gefummelt. Wer war diesmal? Robbie,
usual
okay.
for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed
Kann
to
doch
do.
nicht wahr
They're
sein.
usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it.
Was mache ich
In
denn
this
jetzt?
case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Carr to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh Gott.
And Janik
Der scheiß Leg.
this one to the left, it's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in
Das habe ich extra zu früh gedrückt und dann war es viel zu früh.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. The
Boah.
pick up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create
Ja,
more
was
space.
sehr gefährlich.
So
Oh,
a
ja.
pause here for us as well. Time to pay some bills. Back with more after this.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Now Osweiler. And
Yes.
it's complete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Now here's Shane Leckler on to punt it away to his longtime
Heißt der
team, the
Traum?
Raiders. Pulled in at the 24.
Oha! Oha! Ja, wahrscheinlich. Oh, ist das ätzend. Kommt da ein Blitz oder was?
Carr now on 1st down. Over the middle, it's home.
Boah, Alter, du zerstörst einfach alle.
Pick up there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Room here to run. And he's taken down, but not before he gets his
Du springst so weit, da kann Gurley nichts für.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he
Tackelt so mit
put
Viereck?
space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
On 1st down, Carr. It's caught. Reception by Holmes. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They have him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is
Cornerrouten funktionieren gar nicht gegen mich.
Because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Oh Gott, da ist einer. Oha!
Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Krasse Kreise. Wieso nicht? Müsste eigentlich, ich habe noch nichts gewählt.
Second down now after the incompletion. The one running back is Gurley. Here's Carr. That is caught right at the 10-yard line.
Yes.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Oh Gott. Will ich das? Oder will ich das nicht? Oh Gott sei Dank. Wow, der blockte den Fall. Will mit deinen Wechseln.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. Take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
Und was eine Interception.
We'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Throwing now, Osweiler on first down. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it's good enough for a Houston first down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now Osweiler on first down. Caught left side.
Nein, der war aus.
17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
On first and 10, it's Osweiler.
Oh Gott.
Hopkins on the grab over the middle.
Ich sollte keine Linebacker nehmen.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here
Kriegst auch den Ball
before we
zurück.
get to halftime. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the drive will wind up
So, 2 Sekunden. Ich hab noch alles drin.
here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to
War
feel
alles
good
drin.
because now
2
they've
Sekunden.
seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half.
Alles
Just take
drin.
a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think
Da
in
ist
this
noch ein
situation,
Fumble
that's
Recovery
the proper
Touchdown.
play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley.
Ah, fast.
He's going to be taken down here and lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando, he's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report.
Dieser Lag.
Teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And the Texans set to come onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Second half begins with a run from Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Now Osweiler on second down. Right side.
Oha.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Almost not fair.
Komplett
Big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
A first down carry now for Miller. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Osweiler. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked him. Otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the gun on third down, Osweiler.
Alter, der fängt auch alles, der Spacken.
Give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On first down, Osweiler.
Boah.
Tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Das wäre eine coole
In
Interception
the
gewesen.
cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides
Das
trying
spielt
to
diese
get to the
Formation immer.
football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
10 yards still left on second down. Throwing again, Osweiler.
Yes.
Down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know.
Ah, das kann nicht wahr sein.
Case, the left cornerback
Was hast du bitte für Receiver, ey?
puts him down. Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for him. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though.
Als ob ich die das abkaufe.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And Novak's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Fielded about a yard deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would
Ups,
have
jetzt
been
habe ich
if he
aus
had
Versehen was
taken a
gedrückt.
knee. And it's at the
Nein.
25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they
Habe
work
ich dir
their
was
way
genommen?
back out for their first possession of the second
Ja.
half. They'll start out on the ground
Ja,
regardless.
hat gut
And
funktioniert.
nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And it does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tackles.
And the defenders know it too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner.
Face
everyone
mask.
else try and get there and strip the ball free.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And some room to roam now. Cuts Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Todd Gurley.
Dein Safety ist da irgendwie komisch gelaufen.
The game and now 11 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. Janikowski on for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They begin with a run by Miller. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Yeah, I think the blitz there really disrupted the draw.
Yeah, and it's usually when you catch them in a blitz, the draw works pretty well. If you're the offensive coordinator right now, that's visor throwing time, isn't it? Because that's supposed to work in a big way.
On second down, here's Osweiler. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let...
Alter. What?
Nobody there to stop him. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now the Texans are within a 2-point conversion of tying up this game.
Oh je.
So they're going to go for 2. Osweiler's going to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good. And a little element there of chasing points, because that's the second time they've had a failed 2-point conversion. Now they're down 2.
Yeah, you don't kick it the first time, and now you feel like you're in a position where you have to go for 2 in this spot. The chasing points.
Hallo, lauf doch!
That's why a lot of coaches make it a hard, fast rule. Don't go for two unless you absolutely have to.
The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So
there he goes, Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Amari Cooper, 76 yards. And the
Erste Halbzeit geht gar nichts und jetzt ein Touchdown nach dem anderen.
I think if you pulled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move
Alter, wie du angeroscht kommst.
that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Out comes a Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
A whole group of Raiders there that time helped bring them down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Let's go! Green, 39! Osweiler. And he's got it.
Ey, gehst du auf den Sack?
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And it goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously, an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Ich weiß nicht, wie es ist, gegen mich zu spielen in der Pass-Defense. Kann man nichts verteidigen. Nur so blitzschnelle Pässe.
And he took advantage of it and headed to be a Texan.
They'll run with Miller.
Ah, jetzt laufe ich vorbei.
This one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Mit zwei positiven Runs.
Runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Osweiler on second down. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. Give him 40 yards and a flash shutdown.
Das war knapp.
Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Was für Tight End Run?
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Hopkins, the one receiver right.
Here we go. 3-19.
Oh.
Back now in Mexico City. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter.
Ist vielleicht auch besser so.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Single slot.
Aber nicht.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. He's got
Nein!
going for the deep ball.
Boah, Alter, hätte er den gefangen, ey.
Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
Das wäre übel
And when
gewesen.
all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Du wirfst zu wenig Interceptions. Eindeutig.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Osweiler.
Alter! Das macht gar keinen Sinn, aus der Position One-Handed Catch zu machen. Mit der linken Hand. Wie geht das?
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Das ist immer solche Cheat Wide Receiver. Einfach alles.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler.
Oh Gott.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
Ja.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
They lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Sollte man öfter Max
They
spielen.
like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd down, Osweiler. Right side. And brought down, but not before they
Sollte aufhören, auf Interceptions zu gehen. Mal X drücken oder Viereck.
To the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Throwing, Osweiler. This will be caught at about the 6. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall.
Hast du nicht vorhin schon gespielt?
To run the football.
Wide Receiver
The
Screen?
defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen. Did not let him get downfield.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. On 2nd down, here's Osweiler. And the hit.
Boah, der hat den fast festgehalten.
It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play
Wer
like
war
that
das?
absolutely break your
Wer ist die
heart.
11?
They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw again is Osweiler.
Oha, das ist ja gar keiner.
The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 4th and 4. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. Here we go. It's Osweiler on 4th down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete.
Ich bin an der 4-Yard-Linie. Toll.
Last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drives exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Another carry now for Gurley.
Oh,
First times
dann
tonight,
läuft er
he's
nicht
gonna
links
be held
vorbei.
up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
Nein!
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Partner, from this vantage point, I would have thought they would have just wedged it in the middle and just put bodies
Was
in
macht
there
denn
to
jetzt?
move people to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. But they must have thought they had something to the outside and figured they'd break tendency and get there and pick up the first down. Unfortunately for them, the defense's pursuit was excellent.
Here's Marquette King now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Taken from just outside the 30.
Das kann sein. Alter, was ist das für einer?
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston. And last time they had it for
Ja, stimmt, sagt es ein.
rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
Danke.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Here's Osweiler to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Hat mich nämlich gewundert, was war das denn mit einem Wide Receiver? Hast du noch nie gespielt?
If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. To throw is Osweiler. And that's incomplete. right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And finding Fedorowicz. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Osweiler. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Looks like the defense getting press coverage here.
All right, here we go.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Raiders a first down. And Gurley having a big day, and they're winning. That's a big reason why. You know, 2012, his freshman year at Georgia, first game he was a backup. He came off the bench, 100 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 100-yard kick return. He started every game in his career set.
And he should have, because he is one of the most dynamic forces to enter the NFL, the running back position in many years. And I think he's only going to keep getting better.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
From our vantage point, that was just one bad play by the offensive line in a series of really good ones tonight. But I know that they're going to be really ticked off. It's a lot like a baseball pitcher losing a no-hitter late in the game.
Now it's Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
Back to throw, Carr. It's caught, Jones. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley.
Ach, ich hätte eigentlich auch nehmen können.
Up at about the 47-yard line. Well, as always, Carter, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed.
Und sind wieder quitt, glaube ich. Jetzt hast du gewonnen.
You came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh man, but you're
Hauptsache du spielst das Zocken runter und dann, wenn es drauf ankommt,
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work
schaffst
with
es
you.
halt down nicht.
So
Was geht hier ab? Warum wird hier
they
gebohrt?
continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now it's off to the airport for a date with customs and a long flight north to the U.S.
Ja, das Spiel ist ja
Meanwhile, for
aufgenommen.
Houston, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the San Diego Chargers.